A Taurus is a plotter. They have every move planned out. They usually know your next move too because they are realists. They base all of their decision making on the five senses, the basics of life. There's no rose-colored glasses to it all. They can predict your movement because they know what your strengths and weaknesses are. They are elaborate schemers, kind of like that big game of the mousetrap where the ball is just like falling from place to place and place to place, and it takes 10 minutes and finally the trap goes down. They're in it for the long game. To them, mentally, things are a series of cause and effect. The why and how of everything is taken to the simplest basic form, which is usually needs, wants, desires, fears, and because they don't look at things with rose-colored glasses, they are usually pretty right on. They don't spend a lot of time thinking about things in the abstract. They like more things that are concrete, that will give them results. So thinking about like the universe and the meaning of life and all of this, it's like, how does this affect my paycheck? How does this affect where I'm going to live and what I do for a career? Everything is about the bottom line. Of course, it could take them a very long time to make a decision because they are the plotters, so they want to look at every angle before they move forward. But once they do, they are very stubborn and set. They put the blinders on and then they charge forward. And that's often why they are successful. Once they decide something, there is no stopping them. They also have great instincts because they are in touch with the five senses and the kind of natural rhythm of things. They do not want to leave anything unfinished because it's all about results. So why do all the work and not finish the project? Doesn't make any sense. When you're talking to them, it might seem like they just don't respond back, like maybe they're not interested, maybe they don't like the topic, but often with them you have to just kind of go at their pace, slowing down and letting them have time to process everything, to come up with what they think about it. They're going to want to look at every angle of it. They're very careful with their words. Sometimes when you think they're not listening, it might take them months to decide, and then they bring up the conversation, remember when that thing happened? And you don't even remember what you were talking about, but then they give you their response. They often have very good taste. Their mind knows how to put the right things with the right things, so if you're looking for someone to go shopping with you and help you pick out outfits, they're usually pretty good to have around. Because of this great taste, career-wise, they make great stylists. They're very practical, so anything that's a practical career that's very results-oriented. They also have beautiful voices, so a singer, a teacher, a manager, anything where they're able to take their process of meditative decision-making. Everything that they store in this steel trap has to be useful. The second that it's not useful, it is just thrown out. So with some things, they will remember it forever. With other things, they will forget it as soon as they heard it. In a sense, they have a really great memory, but it's a very selective memory. And they're the one in charge of the filing cabinet. They're often very realistic about life. They don't go for like the pie in the sky kind of things. Because of that, there's usually a pretty good outcome. They aren't surprised by the way things turn out, unless it's something like a fluke. Cause and effect just doesn't seem to apply. They can't figure out why that happened, so they just move on and forget about that because it doesn't really have direct impact on their day-to-day life. In this filing cabinet, in the steel trap, they are always putting priorities in order. They usually don't have a lot of stress about, oh, should I go to this or should I go to this? They know what they want to do for the evening. If they're double booked or whatever, they know exactly which one they're going to pick. They just go to the catalog and like, oh, okay, that's my priority. All right, cool, done. Unlike a Libra Mercury. All right, the voice. The Taurus voice is very soothing. It is also very slow. They usually talk very precisely and very slowly. They can also be very soft and subtle in the way that they say every word. It's as if they're thinking about every single syllable. This can sound authoritative, sounds like they're really set, and this is the way things are going to go because they said so. But there's also a warmth and a steadiness that is very comforting to their voice. All right, that's my take on Mercury in Taurus. Subscribe.